Nnamdi Kanu Saga: Ipob condemns alleged subversion of justice by judicial heads. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this channel that we got here this morning. As our headline for this morning says here that Nnamdi Kanu Saga, Ipob condemns alleged subversion of justice by judicial heads. Well, indigenous people of Biafra Ipob has condemned the alleged subversion of justice by judicial heads in the country, describing it as unfortunate and slight on the judicial system. Well, to buttress the point, Ipob, through their spokesman Ima Powerful, cited the case of Honorable Justice Binta Yako, the presiding judge of Nnamdi Kanu's case, adding that it has come as a shock that those charged with safeguarding the integrity of what is left of in the judiciary in Nigeria are the very people doing their damnedest to destroy whatever lingering shred of integrity the judiciary may have left. It's it is mind-blowing that a sitting High Court judge, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, and the chairman of the body of benchers of Nigeria, almost themselves, cannot fathom that a subsitting court order, a contesting judgment for that matter, cannot be set aside, even on appeal, without first obtaining the leave of the trial court. This nursery school law that doesn't require detailed explanation. The fact that a whole Chief Judge of the Federal High Court in Nigeria brazenly disregard a valid order of court without first setting aside the order through a legally valid due process is initiative to the chaos and poor knowledge of the law that fuels the epidemic of state-sponsored judicial banditry in Nigeria. Well, it is scandalous that until now, 7 days after such a showdown, such shows of shame, leading lights within the legal framework have not called for a public independent inquiry into the circumstances surrounding such violent and shameless attempt to subvert the course of justice into full view of the world. For the avoidance of doubt, we wish to place it on record that it was the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the highest court in the land, in a judgment that determined that it is impartially for Justice Binta Yako for it is impartiality of Justice Binta Yanko is suspect. This formed the basis of her resusha, which she did not contest. She entered an order of court, which is law, that she would no longer preside over the case of our leader Oyendu Mazen of the Kanu. While Chief Judge Tosho decided on his own to ignore a ruling made by the highest court, the Supreme Court, in a substituting court order rescuing Justice Binta Yako, and a key section of the law that governs the conduct of judges is a question only Tosho can answer. But at least this episode has exposed the rot and decay at the very heart of the judiciary, especially in Abuja. Well, that the judge can sit down without jurisdiction and purport to adjourn a case indefinitely, which by law she was not allowed to do. It's indicative that the rule of law has been jettisoned for the rule of impunity. One would have expected the chairman of the body of benchers to point out the blatant illegality of the reassigning of a case file to a judge who stands recused for by virtue of a court order, or intervene and call both the Chief Justice and Binta Yako to order. He failed to do any of the above, but instead actively participated in the rape of justice for reasons best known to him. One thing is certain, this impunity will not stand because common law, which is what Nigeria practice, are predicated on common sense, and it is a notorious fact that no judge can sit in judgment over his own case. Therefore, asking Binta Yako to review her own order of resusha without following due process of law is dead on arrival. Binta Yako ordered the resusha in conjunction with Supreme Court decision on the issue of her bias against Nnamdi Kanu and the key provision of the National Judicial Policy, especially Section 1C, is enough to deny Binta Yako jurisdiction to preside over the matter. The image maker positioned. And that was what I was said here concerning this silence this morning. This says here that Nnamdi Kanu Saga, Ipob condemns the alleged subversion of justice by the judicial heads. Well, of course, yes, of course, you are the for me this morning. And if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right here right now is to tap that subscribe button here with notification bell. So that anytime of any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. Like we're talking about Nnamdi Kanu Saga, we're talking about the things that has happened to Nnamdi Kanu at this point in time. Ipob said that all this stupid, we like call it Nigerian government shenanigans that are doing here and there, it's not going to take them anywhere. I mean, this is just a clear sign that the Nigerian government are the ones controlling the law. The law is not just independent. I mean, this is the first time in my entire life I'm seeing that a Supreme Court of a country will make a decision, and the High Court will just disobey the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will just feel okay with that. That the High Court is disobeying a Supreme Court order. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it was in Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitution, now we can say fine, Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitution. But it was not in Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitution. Then why are the federal government just doing his case anyhow like this? I don't just understand why. I mean, the question is why? Why are they doing his case like this? He was not the one that wrote the constitution. He was not the one that wrote it. I mean, Binta Yako rescued herself from the case, and according to the constitution, when the judge rescued herself from any case, she cannot come back. Even John Tosho cannot tell her to come back or cannot tell her what to do because she's an independent judge. She works for the federal government of Nigeria. She works for Nigeria. She's not working for John Tosho. So John Tosho, he just have a title there. He cannot tell her what to do. That's how things are. He can't tell her what to do. So all those sayings that Kanu is, I mean, it is very very frustrating that the federal government are just turning the law, bending the law just for it to favor them. That's what Ipob said. It is a shame that these people who claim that they are upholding the integrity of the jurisdiction are the ones even destroying the little integrity that our jurisdiction have. The Nigerian judiciary is trashed. I mean, there is no law in this country. Everybody knows. If no get money, no fit win court case for this Nigeria. That's just the point. There's not like law in this country. If you don't have cash, you cannot win anything. Like like you cannot just win anything like court case for where who won't give you. That's the point. That's the point. You see this in Amikanu's case, everybody knows it is politically motivated. All these things will just be like story one day when he will eventually be free. But the question is that after all this, I mean, people are asking the federal government that if you truly know that Nnamdi is guilty as charged, right? You guys should just convict him. But I don't know what is even taking. I mean, they can't convict Nnamdi, and still yet they know he's innocent. They don't still want to release him. What do you guys think? Tell me. Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as bigger done with the notification bell. So that anytime of any new video, you will first get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.